Here are 5 winning dropshipping products that you can turn into a brand this year. What's poppin', people? It's your boy the Beast of Ecom, and I am back with another video dropping nothing but you already know, value bombs. So in today's video, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share with you 5 winning dropshipping products that you can turn into a brand this year in 2020. Now, I know pretty much every single week there's a YouTuber who puts out a video saying the top 125,000 winning products that you can sell this month. But the truth is, a lot of these products that I mentioned can't be turned into a brand. There's a clear difference between products that you can sell on your general store or niche store, and then other products that have a lot more potential and a lot more longevity if you turn them into a brand. Before we go any further, make sure you smash a like on this video. Helps out the channel, helps out the video massively, doesn't cost you anything, and some say that it actually gives you some good luck. Also, I will be replying to as many questions as I possibly can. So if you have any questions on this video or about dropshipping, then make sure you drop a comment down below and I'll get through to answering it. Okay, so let's jump straight into this video and show you some winning dropshipping products that you can brand in 2020. Got tons of stuff to get through, and like I've mentioned at the start of this video, not all winning products make sense to brand. And what I'm gonna do first and foremost, because I think this is really important, because you know a load of people, YouTubers, etc., put out these videos of these quote unquote winning products. Not a lot of them can be branded, or they don't make sense to brand anyway. So let me show you 2 quote unquote winning products, but they don't really make sense to brand. Okay, so first and foremost, we've got this product here. And basically it's just some sort of cleaning spray. I'm not even entirely sure what it does. It just cleans things in minutes, so to speak. So that's one product, right? And then let me just show you another one. We've got another one which is it's kind of like an old product actually, but it's a magic stick. You know, it's just something that people can use to entertain kids or whatever it may be. And if we have a look at these, you can see this was launched on the 11th of June, which is only 5 days ago. It's got a decent number of amounts of likes. It's got a decent number of amounts of comments. So one could assume that this has some potential. Now, if we have a look at the other one here as well, this was launched on the 9th of June. Again, we've got 2.4 thousand likes on it. We've got 200 plus comments on it. And it was launched, you know, this month, just what, 2 weeks ago, if that. But again, we could assume that this is a winning product. But are these products something that we could brand? The answer to this, in my eyes, is no. They're winning products that you could sell on your general store, yes. You could definitely make money with them, yes. But would you be able to get influencers with a product like this? You know, not really. Are you going to be able to get, who are you going to send this to? Like magicians? I mean, they're going to laugh at a product like this. So you can definitely make money with these products, right? Don't get me wrong. If you're selling them on a niche store or a kiddie store or a general store, something like that. But they're not products whereby you could generally, you know, expand on a line. You can't really get influencers on board with this. It's just something that doesn't really make sense to brand. And that's something that I wanted to get out of the way really quickly, because you can, you know, there's winning products out there that you can sell, but they just don't make sense to brand them or take them any further. So with that being said, and me getting that out of the way, okay, what I want to do is I want to show you some products in this video that have the branding potential to take forward. Okay, so let's get straight into those. Now, the first one is this product here. Okay, and let's just go back to the start. It's a fairly old product-ish, but it's been launched fairly recently. And how it works is basically women put in their nail polish and they put in their nail polish, and what they do is they put their fingers in it, and basically it gets rid of their nails polish really quickly. So they're not spending hours and hours cleaning their nails. I wouldn't know what this is like because I don't paint my nails, but I'm assuming this product solves a problem. And if we have a look at some of the comments down here, we can see this woman brought it, took off my acrylic nail and gel polish. It's awesome, highly recommended. So we can assume that this product actually works if they're getting comments from people, you know, who they've sold to potentially, or she's bought something similar. Now, if we have a look at this actual product, okay, again, we're not going to go through all of their product page, but this is something that we can actually take further and brand. They're selling it around about £47, £48. It was about 60 something dollars, I believe, in dollars. But you can find this on AliExpress here, selling it for around about $25. But if we can go to AliExpress, Alibaba, we know that we can get this product from anything from $1, which it probably not going to be $1, but around about the $20 mark as well. And obviously with Alibaba, you're buying in bulk. So remember, if you're buying from AliExpress, you buy on a 1-by-1 basis. But if you're buying from Alibaba, you're buying in bulk. That's a completely different video for me to talk about, getting in contact with Alibaba suppliers and negotiating prices and those kind of things. But we just know that there is some margin in this product, which allowed us to be able to sell it, and make a decent amount of profit on this product. Now, the reason why I say that this is a product that we can actually brand and take further is because if we have a look at the nails, the nail niche is absolutely massive. If we just have a look at nails of the day, that's just one. We can see that we've got 10 million followers on 10 million posts of this. There's so many nail accounts out there, nail influencers who just do nail art, other ones that just do acrylic nails. Again, I'm not a nail specialist whatsoever, so again, I can't really speak on the actual influencers to contact. But when I jumped onto Instagram and had a look, there was tons and tons and tons of nail influencers, nail random accounts that repost all these kind of different nail styles. So we could reach out to these and brand this sort of product. So this is the kind of product that I'll be looking into when I'm thinking about taking things further. Okay, that's just one example. Now, looking at another product, these guys have already took this product, already starting to brand it. And if we have a look, again, hopefully this is not playing any sound, but basically it's a neck massager. And what they're doing inside of this video, right, is they just basically have friends, family. Let me just reload it just so that you guys can actually see. Get rid of that. Just so you can actually see the video and how they've structured this. Basically, they've just got tons of different people. This could be friends, family, whoever it may be, yourself if you really wanted to. Get the product in. And this is something that I've personally found work really, really good with the adverts that we're running from our dropshipping stores at the moment in time, is ordering the product in from your supplier. It doesn't cost much, okay? Get them to send it to you and shoot custom content yourself. Because one thing you've got to remember, right, is if you are using the exact same video content that thousands of other dropshippers are using, and you really think that you're going to be able to, turn it into a winner, the chances are you may, but it might just be a bronze or a winning product, or a bronze or a silver winning product. It's never going to be gold, and you're never going to get those fantastic conversions when you're using content which is just being used by everyone else. Whereas if you actually order this product, again, this is not a product that you don't have to, anyone can use this. You could give this to your grandma, whoever it may be, and just film their reaction actually putting it on. Clip it all together, whack your logo as a watermark, and you're good to go with your custom content, which will then be protected. You can see that these guys have launched this in May. Okay, they've got 5,000 likes, nearly close to 2,000 comments. And basically, again, I'm not going to go to the website, but it's all completely branded as an actual product. But it's a dropshipping product. Now, if we have a look, we can see that they were selling it for around about $80. Okay, so it's generally a high ticket product, but this product actually solves a problem. And people with neck aches, we just know how well the posture corrector done. These kind of products whereby they solve a health problem, they work really, really well. The issue is that you may have is just getting certain things approved. But as you can see, that video that we were just looking at, it's not talking too much about, neck pain and all those kind of things. It's not focusing on the negatives. It's just talking about people. You can just see here in the videos, everyone's just nice, smiling, wow, feels great, etc., etc. Then if you're using things like that, most of the time you're then going to be able to get things approved, right? Now, of course, we can find this on AliExpress, so we can drop ship it to start with. And one thing I will always say is always drop ship to start with, because then if you're invested in buying in bulk from Alibaba and you don't know if the product's going to sell, then you leave yourself open to a bit of financial risk there. So again, dropship to start with. We can see here that we've got margin inside of the products. It's only $27, okay? And if we have a look on the Alibaba side of things, where I actually dived in to source it, we can get it for a hell of a lot cheaper. Again, 1 to 4 pieces at $20. We can get, the more that we purchase, of course, we can get it for a cheaper price. One thing I will say is these prices, just take them at face value, especially if you're looking on Alibaba, because what happens is when you reach out to the factories, most of the time you can generally negotiate on these prices on your first order. Okay, so just because it says 20 there, again, don't expect to pay 20 for 4 pieces. You could potentially negotiate and get that down to one of these prices. But again, it's going to vary from your minimum order quantities and those kind of things. But you don't really want to get to this point until you're drop shipping and making sales and know that your funnel works, right? So that's another product that you can potentially think about. And again, these guys are doing a job with it. Doesn't mean that you guys can't as well. Now, moving on to another product, okay? We've got these products here. Now, this is a fairly old product, okay? And I'm going to just press play on it, but you can see here, these are some pet gloves, okay? Basically, all they do is they just help horses, again, cats, whatever sort of pet that you've got, shed their skin. And not shed their skin, sorry, they're not snakes. Shed their hair, should I say. And we can see here, this has been running since February. But the amount of likes and comments that it's got has just been running for ages. And if I sort by newest as well, we can see that it's still running because a lot of people are still tagging their friends and tagging people. And if we just have a look at this actual website, because it was interesting when I came across it, these guys are actually using ClickFunnels, okay? So this isn't a Shopify page. They are kind of branding it, but I recommend that should I say, that these guys are probably still just drop shipping as usual, right? But you want to take this a step further and actually get a logo on it and those kind of things. But they're using ClickFunnels, and then this button just goes directly to a Shopify checkout. You can do that if you really want to, or just use a page builder like GemPages, Zipify, or Pagefly, I think is another one, okay? So that's another product that you can look into. Now, one thing I would do with this, of course, is I would look into get like a logo on it. Now, your agent, if you're dropshipping this product already, your agent may be able to do these things for you. So you may not have to go through Alibaba and finding a manufacturer if you have an agent in China who may already be sourcing a product for you. But we can see again, there's a hell of a lot more margin in this product. Again, they're selling it for $24, I believe. I'm not sure if it's got free shipping at all, but one pair for $24. However, it only costs $7 on AliExpress to buy. However, if we actually source it in bulk from Alibaba, we can see that we can generally get prices half the price of looking at around $2 to $3. And again, those guys inside of the this here, they actually have custom content. So they've actually shot a video themselves. So again, if you want to use a product which is not being sold and is not having the same content which everyone else is using, have a look on Alibaba. You can generally find some videos on there as well. That's a little bit of a unintentional value bomb for you guys to find video content, okay? So that's another product that you can look into, right? Now, if we have a look at this fourth product, okay, before moving on to the final one, we've got this product here. Now, this is not necessarily a new product whatsoever, right? This is an old product. A lot of people have sold this product, but this brand has recently popped up. The 4th of March, I came across this, and they've done a stellar job on their branding. They're called Orally, and basically they're selling the calculus remover. I think they're called calculus oral removers, but basically people who have plaque on their teeth, I think it's called Tartar and those kind of things. Basically, it gets rid of those things that they have in their mouth, right? And again, if we just have a look at some of the comments here, we can see I have one, does a brilliant job, would definitely recommend. So we know, again, we'd have to go through a lot of the different comments there, but we can see straight off the bat that this is a product that actually works. okay, or at least on the surface value. And if we have a look at the comments, of course, we've got 6,000 comments, 6,000 likes. Now this store here actually has paused itself because they were absolutely crushing it, I believe. But of course, they've said due to the whole thing that's going on at the moment of time, they've had to cut down because obviously there's too many shipping delays. Now that's the one thing that I will say as well. Don't start anything if you can't supply the demand, right? And of course, this here, with these guys being closed, it generally gives you an opportunity to jump in and steal some of the market share if you can supply your product to countries where you know that you're getting fast shipping, right? So again, that gives you an opportunity. We know that these guys are absolutely crushing it and been crushing it, and their store is actually fantastic. It's a shame that I can't actually show you it at the moment in time. But again, if we have a look at the actual price, we can see these guys, I think they were selling it for $30 or $34 when they were actually live. I can't remember off the top of my head. But we can see here that we've definitely got some margin inside of the product. Again, anything from $9 to $8 on AliExpress, one by one. It's got loads of orders on it. And again, we can see here, if we're looking at Alibaba, we're getting it for around about $2 or $3 cheaper than what we were. Now, again, of course, this price here is taking into account buying 50 pieces. But again, you're going to want to learn what the minimum orders are and those kind of things. And most suppliers generally on Alibaba will have some leg room to be able to cater for you. It's just getting in contact with them and negotiating. But like I've mentioned, first and foremost, start out drop shipping to start with. Then once you know that your funnel works, you know that your ads are converting, you know what your audiences are, you know what they like, the price offer that's converting, you know, you've built up those datas, then you want to think about the branding side of things, going to Alibaba, buying in bulk, and then maybe shipping to you know, a local fulfillment warehouse, or even still drop shipping from China if you wanted to, providing that the shipping is, you know, no more than kind of you know, 14 days maximum. Okay. So there's one more product. So the final product, okay, is this one here, I believe. Again, this is a new version of an old product. Okay. Now these guys have been, this brand has been running since 2019. And if we sort by newest, we can see that they are still running this advert because of course people are still tagging. You know, this one says 5 hours ago, 4 hours ago. So we know that we're still running. We know that these guys are still running this advert that has been running since September 2019. Now, no one in their right mind is going to run an advert for that long if it's not making sales. Now, these guys, of course, are shooting custom content. And that's one of the massive things of using a brand, okay, is getting the products, like I've mentioned, sending it out to people, or even just using it yourself, okay, and using content that no one else is using. That's major key to getting an uplift in your conversions, getting better ROAS, and those kind of things, right? Now, if we have a look, obviously I already had a look at their ads library. We can see that they've been running this. They've got 350 ads live. And again, this one's been running for quite some time. If we have a look down, again, we can see when these have all been running from, okay? So they've been running that same creative for a long time. Now, one thing you may say, okay, you know, getting this product is 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to be able to get stuff approved. Now, that may be true, but you know, with a product like this, you don't want to be going super up close with your creatives. It doesn't make sense. Most of the time, if you do that, you're just going to get stuff disapproved. So, you know, you may have to tinker around with things, but products like this can work and have longevity in terms of branding, right? Now, if we switch back to this really quickly, we can see here they're charging £108 for this product, which is a very high ticket. But of course, they've got a custom product, they've got custom boxing. Everything of this product will probably be 100% custom. Now, if we're starting out and we want to drop ship a product like this, we can know that we can get it for around about $20. $17 on the max, $12 on the cheapest. Again, it depends on which variation you pick and where you ship from. Okay. Now, if you look at AliExpress, Alibaba, sorry, we can see here that we can get it for way cheaper, super cheaper. And again, $4 for 20 pieces. Again, and it just goes down and down and down depending on how many pieces that you buy. Now, one thing you want to almost always do is make sure that whatever product that you want to consider about branding is you want to make sure you order it in and use the product yourself, or give it to someone who can put it through its paces. It makes no sense selling a product that is just going to break, or just doesn't have, it's very bad quality, or you're just going to get a ton of refunds. So order the product in, use it yourself, put it through its paces for a week every single day, and see how it holds up. If it holds up, then you know that you have a product of quality, which is going to stand the test of time most and foremost, and not you're not just going to be plagued with a ton of refunds and chargebacks because the quality just isn't there. Now, one thing I will say about these is they all have massive niches. Again, with this one here, we can reach out to any, pretty looking girl, or any girl out there, on Instagram. We can do shout outs on Instagram influencers. Again, with this, any girl or boy who has a decent set of looking teeth, we can send this out there, send this out to them and get custom content. With this, again, we know that the pet niche is absolutely massive. They've got dedicated cat accounts out there. There's dedicated dog accounts out there. There's obviously the, I forgot what they're called, but there's the Instagram accounts whereby they're not an actual person, but they just curate content, and they're kind of Instagram. You can use those as shout outs as well. Again, with this product here, again, the nail niche is massive. There's tons of Instagram accounts out there and influencers who just specialize with nails. Again, YouTube influencers who just basically put out videos with nails. There's tons of influencers that we can use for these products. Now, the final thing I want to say, okay, is build in a consumable product to your line, right? Especially with branding, when you're building out a brand, you've got your first product that you're selling, you're having success with. Don't just rely on that one product. You want to then build out a line of products. It's going to be best if you can have a consumable line of products. What I mean by that is something that can be purchased again once, and then you consume it, then you purchase it again and again and again, like beauty stuff, for example, right? And BlendJet have done something like this. So you can see here, BlendJet, again, this was a drop shipping product, and what they've done, I don't think it was recently, but they definitely didn't launch with this, is they came up with jetpack smoothies. And again, they've built in a consumable a consumable product into their brand. And of course, with these, again, they're selling these at a cheap price, but what it does is it helps improve their AOV first and foremost, and of course their lifetime value, because of course people can buy this and subscribe. They can just do a one-time purchase, or they can do a subscription whereby they're bringing in monthly income again and again and again. So rather than just selling, one blender to every single person and consistently selling blenders and blenders and blenders, what they've then done now is they've built in this and built in a consumable product to their brand. And again, these products here, we can do this. We could bring out a nail polish line with this if we really wanted to. With this, we could sell some sort of white label dog products. With this one here, we could sell maybe a white label tooth floss, or teeth whitening system, or even toothbrushes if we really wanted to. And again, with this, we could come up with a white label skincare mask, or another complementary consumable product to go with this product. So that's what I mean by building in a consumable product to your brand once you've got one product which is consistently selling over and over again. So hopefully you got some value from this video. If you did, smash a like on this video. It takes 2 seconds, doesn't cost you anything, and most importantly, helps out the channel and helps out the video. If you've got any questions, then make sure you drop a comment down below. I will be replying to as many as I possibly can. If you are not subscribed to the channel, then what on earth are you doing? Make sure you smash that subscribe button with the notification bell on so that you stay up to date with all of my latest content. If you haven't yet got a copy of my 100% free ebook that goes through absolutely everything to do with dropshipping, then make sure you click the link in the description. It'll be there. You can download it. It's 100% free. Hit me up on Instagram, drop me a like, drop me a DM, drop me a comment, and we'll try and get round to answering those. But that is it for this video. Most importantly, stay safe, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.